How's everybody? Lots of you here today. It's nice out there, isn't it? Yesterday was a little bit cold and dreary, but today looks super nice. So hopefully all you guys are going to do some fun stuff after. Maybe swimming or playing some sports. All right, so today I want to talk about trust. Does anyone know what trust is? What does it mean when you trust somebody? It's a little difficult. Sometimes we think we know something, right? We're like, oh, I know what that is. And then when someone says, all right, tell me what it is, then you've got to think, right? How do you explain trust? Let's see if anyone else has it, because I know you're going to have the answer. See if anyone else has an idea. When you say, I trust my mom, you know what that means. All right, you can all go. I know you guys all have a good answer. You go first.
I trust my mom that she will make me.
Right? Anything else?
I trust her that she'll take care of me.
Right? Do you trust your dad? What do you think your dad will do for you?
Build me something.
Yeah, right? He'll teach you how to build stuff, and he'll help you, like he'll give you work to do. What do you trust your siblings to do?
Play with you.
Play with you, right? A lot of things we trust people, we trust that people are going to do it for us, right? I trust that my Michelle is going to love me, right? And I trust that Enzo, he's going to like me. And sometimes he's going to scream at me, but he still likes me, right? But it's sometimes easy to trust when we can see something, right? Because when you can, you know your mom, right? You know your mom very well. Anyone here doesn't know their mom? You know your mom, right? So when you think, am I going to get breakfast tomorrow? You think, well, I know mom, and she always makes me breakfast, so I'm going to get breakfast tomorrow, right? But what if you'd never seen your mom before? And someone told you tomorrow your mom is going to make you breakfast, but you had never seen your mom before. Would it be a little bit difficult to believe? So we want to look in Matthew chapter 6. But first I want to do a little object lesson, because I want us to see how hard it is to trust. Okay? So I need a volunteer. All right. So first, you're gonna face me, all right? And you're gonna fall toward me. I'm gonna catch you. Okay? Do you trust me? All right. Fall. Whoa! Look at that. Now I want you to turn around. And now you're gonna fall, and I'm gonna catch you. See? It's a lot harder. Someone else want to try? I don't need, you guys are way too big. You're gonna break my arms. All right, you. Marcus. Well, turn around, because we all know it's easy when you're looking. All right, you got to keep your knees stiff. You can't buckle your knees, right? Anyone else? Damaris, turn around. Keep your knees right tight. I'm gonna catch you. You can't look. It's hard. Anyone else? Keegan. See how hard it is? Because you believe, I think you probably believe like 80% that I'm going to catch you. But there's a little bit in your head that thinks, right when you're about here, you're like, what if he doesn't catch me, right? You don't want to smash your head on the chair. All right, Keegan. Whoa, that was good. That was perfect. Well, we got a good one. Keegan really, really trusts, right? So he didn't see me. Did Keegan look? Did he turn his... No, he didn't, right? He just was like, Otto's going to catch me, Otto's going to catch me, and if he doesn't catch me, my mom's going to whoop him. Right? All right, let's go to Matthew chapter 6. And it's a pretty big passage, so I don't want to read the whole thing, right? We're just going to talk, we're going to talk about it a little bit. So Jesus, he was talking to his disciples and to the people around. Kind of like this probably, right? He was sitting and all the people were listening to him. And he said, don't be anxious, don't be worried about your life or what you'll eat or what you'll drink or anything. He says, don't be worried. And then he had an example. He said, look at the birds. Do you see any of the birds worried? Any of the birds have gray hair, or they're going bald and they're scratching their heads and saying, oh, I don't know how I'm going to survive, right? They don't worry. The birds, they just, every morning they wake up, they're happy, and because God takes care of them. And he talks about the plants, right? There'll be a flower growing in your yard. That flower doesn't worry. You might even mow it over with a lawnmower. But it's still growing beautiful, right? And God takes care of him. And there's the last verse, because if we read a lot, we might forget all of it. But I want to read one verse, and we'll try to remember that one verse, okay? So 6 verse 34. Go ahead, read it really loud so we all can hear it.
Take therefore no thought for thy manner, for the morning shall take the things itself. Sufficient unto the day of evil.
There you go. I'll read it because then I'll be on the mic and everybody can hear it, right? Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious about itself. Sufficient is the day for its own trouble. And why do you think he said we shouldn't be anxious about tomorrow? Why did Jesus say, don't be worried about tomorrow? Or don't be worried about anything? Why do you think? You have an idea? No? Anyone? Why do you think Jesus said don't worry about tomorrow? Who do we know will be there tomorrow? Right? We don't know if our parents will be there, or if our siblings will be there, or if our friends will be there, but we always know that Jesus is going to be there, right? And sometimes it's a little bit hard because we can't see Jesus, right? So sometimes Jesus is behind you and he says, I'm here. It's like in the Bible, he says, I'm here, right? But do we see him with our eyes? No, right? So sometimes you have to trust him. And it doesn't mean he's not there when you can't see him. Just like Keegan. He didn't see me, but he knew I was there, right? Because he had trust. So all of you guys, when you're worried about something, you got to hopefully try to remember that verse, right? Jesus says, don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will worry about itself. And if we want to make that easy to remember, don't worry about tomorrow because who's there tomorrow? Jesus. Who's there tomorrow?
Jesus.
There you go. All right, try to remember that, okay? And I will too, because all the big people, they also need to remember that. Because sometimes we worry a lot, and we stay up at night, and then we wake up in the morning, we're all groggy, and we're all grumpy, because we forget that in the morning, first thing, Jesus is right there. Okay? Now you guys sing. Sing your heart out.